Huh? Who? Mars? Oh, I think we're on Earth, right? Alright, we are back on the greatest game of all time. So, it's looking like we might, beat it tonight in terms of all the levels. We have... Well, yeah, we just have one level left. Well, one level to 100... I was about to say one level to 100%, but the secret levels can be done on 100% too, and that's what we've been doing. So, we got one regular level left, the final level, and then the secret bonus game, and then the secret level that will do 100%. That's the goal. And then we'll do one bonus thing, and yeah, that we might finish tonight. So it's been so much fun playing this. This will be the 5th week playing. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely the best game ever made. So let's jump right into the final level. I love that green Yoshi is playable here. As much as I love indigo Yoshi, it's cool that the designers paid attention to have the main Yoshi be used for the final level. Once again, another amazing background I would love to have as a portrait on my wall. Yeah, then you just die if you get hit by Kamek. Gotta be careful. So, I mentioned this multiple times before. This castle has 4 different pathways. One of them has Tap the Golden, which is they basically made another enemy that acts just like Tap the Red Nose. They basically brought an enemy boss fight into a castle, kind of like how they were doing earlier with enemies so similar to like Silvo the Slime. I don't know. I assume that 100% is they just put the flowers and red coins like duplicates in each door. Yeah, there's 4 red coins right there. Oh, I remember this. I like how this pipe ghost is a different color from Naval Piranha's castle. See, as a kid, I just loved the different colorations of the enemies. You know, what they would call palette swaps. And to me, that never felt like a limitation. Because obviously, things like Mario and Luigi and Super Mario Brothers and Mario Bros. Arcade, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, Ryu and Ken, you know, those are palette swaps in terms of coding to save memory. But as a kid, I never saw it like that, just because of how creative they were. To me, it was like, oh, look, a pipe ghost, but you know, now it's brown and not blue. I just love stuff like that. Yeah, so Bowser's Castle has enemies that act like Silvo the Slime and Tap Tap the Red Nose. There's a lot of bosses in this one castle, and including if you count the Kamek encounters. It's really cool. It's like its own form of a boss rush. Okay, yeah, so they load up the room, each individual room, with red coins and flowers. Okay, here's the Kamek boss fight, the second part. Or the second Kamek boss fight. And he does this Magi Koopa signature polygon blast, which is really cool. Yeah, so they definitely stuff. That's what I assumed they did, because I've never 100%ed this whole game. But yeah, they stuffed all four of the separate doors with red coins and flowers. I like how many boss fights are in this game. I also like the oversized red door. Okay, we're all good to go. We just can't get hit. I love how Baby Bowser's in the background too. I love the baby talk, sweepy bye. Man, I already have chills. Not just from the past boss theme, but for what's coming up. Oh my gosh. Talk about a final boss theme and atmosphere. I didn't know you could hit him during that. I grew up always thinking that he's immune there. I love the Kamek sounds as he leaves. It's funny. And the sound effects are cool too. Yoshi's Island DS is a great sequel. He talks about coming back. I like that game a lot. Thus, due to the marvelous teamwork of the Yoshi clan, the twins are reunited. The captured stork is freed by Yoshi and sets about his duty and finally makes the long-awaited delivery. Thank you, Yoshi. The twins will meet the parents soon. I love that, like, font, too. And I love that they didn't leave this out. Like, they were consistent with Yoshi still destroying each castle in the overworld. Like, they could have just jumped right to the credits, but I like that they did this. It literally shows, like, it shows them going above and beyond. Because there are designers who be like, they're not going to worry about that. Just go to the credits. It's like, I appreciate. And the stork flying there, that's so cool. Yeah, this is, also, great use of the super effects chip. The combination of Yoshi's Island is such an interesting case of limitations help push for creativity. And at the time, Nintendo was pushing 3D effects. Star Fox was like the first 3D game, like 3D model game. And this game uses that super effects chip, but it uses like a very honed designer choice of, still pixel sprite art, like a 2D game. So it's like a bridge. It's like a mastery of 2D platformers meets the new horizon of 3D games. And what you have is I think, yeah, the greatest game of all time. I think what helps about this game too is, I mean, the atmosphere. You know, like I said, I got chills going into that final Baby Bowser fight, even before the music started, and this whole soundtrack's amazing. There was the man himself, Koji Kondo. He's like semi-retired now, but me and Hiro were talking on the community Discord today about, I mean, he is like the John Williams of video game music. He's definitely one of the greatest video game composers ever. Him, David Wise, Grant Kirkhope, yeah, John Williams there too, and you know, Koji Kondo, just what a humble guy, because the amount of games he just helped. It's hard to imagine any of these games without Koji Kondo. You know, I talk about it's hard to imagine games without video game music in general. You know, I talk about Sonic 1, Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, this game. Like, this game I still think would be amazing without the music, but the music is so intertwined with the game. The sound effects, I mean, this is a work of art to the point of just pointing out that very end sequence where Yoshi destroys Bowser's castle on the island. Like, there are designers nowadays that would skip that. They would kind of like brush off their own player base and be like, they're not gonna pay attention. But see, you know, people do. You know, this game is so heartfelt. Nintendo was in a very good position after their success with the arcades, Game & Watch, Game Boy, NES, and they were able to just really push a super artistic endeavor here. And it sounds like, and you can see it, Donkey Kong Country played a big inspiration for this game. And I would love to have a game where it's just like Yoshi and DK, and it's just a big callback to both the Yoshi's Island and Donkey Kong Country games. I count Yoshi's Story in there. I would count things like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat in there. Oh, I love this ending. They show Baby Mario and Luigi. They show Baby Mario and Luigi in the Mario movie, and they showed Yoshi's Island, so I wonder if they're going to further delve into talking about this game or showing this game more. I actually think we have to reset. I remember as a kid, when you get to the screen, you have to turn off the console, which is interesting because I did get 100%, so I assume, yeah, the game's going to check that. That was a lot of fun. So what we'll do is we'll do the secret bonus game, and then the goal is to also do the bonus level 100%. I'm going to show the other 3 door paths in Bowser's Castle, and then we'll end it by doing a powerful infant run in World 2. So yeah, I think I turned the console off. Hold on. Or click reset. Well, it shows 5 stars. Okay, yeah. There you go. Cool. That picture of Bowser's so cool. As a kid on a CRT, I saw this picture as... I thought it was like almost like Bowser had a Birdo mouth. See at the very tip? That's where his nose is, but I thought... my mind kept seeing it as like a... It's like this isn't a full illustration of Bowser. It's like an abstract thing. But of course now on like an HD monitor through the SNES Mini, yeah, I can see the shading on his nose and stuff. All right, what's the last mini game? Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. And the last secret game's the slot machine. You could like, I think you could probably it's not like super random. Yeah, you can kind of line it up. That's fun. Alright, let's check this out. Is it... I was predicting it might be a boss rush. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this background, the flooring, sounds like we are in a boss rush. Or it's like a callback to all the forts and castles. Nice, they have both of them here. It's a fun challenge. What's up, boys? Thanks for the concert. I like the mines there, that's funny. Like that, you call them like death urchins, there you go. The way they're like stylized too is really cool. Like the blue, like that's just beautiful pixel art. Like the multi shades of blue there. How like the white part, like the white pixels demonstrate like a lighting, like a glow, because it's kind of, it's like orb-like. It's really cool. One thing I love about indie games like Shovel Knight, Undertale, Deltarune is they have brought the art form of pixelite into a new modern light for new generations of people. And they demonstrated to the AAA game industry, not all of them, but you know, some of them, that you can make great games and not have to keep pushing for this like AAA agenda of having realistic pores on your main character's face, you know. Like that has to be the priority, and just like trying to keep pushing the tech part to try to like, yeah, you know, impress stockholders, and to them they feel like that's a selling point. And I'm not saying it can't be impressive. You know, I used to use Kratos as my go-to example of AAA stockholders saying we need to see every wrinkle on Kratos' face, but God of War is actually kind of a nice AAA exception, where the artists haven't lost hold of their kind of artistic edge. Oh, I like that. That's a fun challenge. But the thing with like indie games is they just push for that art form coming back more and more. And I think that's a good sweet spot to have. You know, like I mentioned earlier, Yoshi's Island, I think another reason that makes it the best game of all time is it was at a time where Nintendo was like really doing well in their success momentum. The NES was killer, their arcade games were killer, Game & Watch was really cool, Game Boy was awesome, Super Nintendo leading into this game was really good. Nintendo was killing it, right? And then, you know, they trust Rare with Donkey Kong. And, you know, Donkey Kong's part of the Mario universe. And it was kind of like, I think Miyamoto and the designers saw what Rare did with Donkey Kong, and they're like, we could do something like that with Yoshi. Just high-risk artistic effort to make something just downright beautiful as a game. And, you know, it's true, I don't think you'd see games like this as much now, just because there's a lot of risk here. Not just risk, but because Nintendo had so much surplus money at this time, they didn't have to convince as many stockholders to be like, yes, we're gonna actually take a bit more time with this game to, excuse me, add the cutscene where Yoshi destroys Bowser's castle. Oh, nice, good surprise. We're gonna take our time to add all these bonus levels that you can only get if you get 100% on all the levels in each world. Like, these feel like DLC levels to me. I've never played these before until now, these streams, and it's just amazing. I already thought the game was the best game ever made before the bonus levels and mini games. It's just like this is a love letter to how video games really are their own platform for artistic expression. Okay, so I don't think this is a boss rush. Oh my gosh, they're playing the athletic theme in a castle environment? I love that. That definitely, I did not expect that. And I should by now. They're doing a lot of music mix-ups in these bonus levels. This is so funny. Oh, you missed that platform. That could be it. Does it let you redo? Yeah, okay. That's funny. Right. I keep forgetting you can, like, tongue catch the thrown eggs. That is, like, super helpful. And it's a pretty nice skill ceiling. You gotta still be pretty quick. It's like a parry. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, you're just gonna die if you stay there. Okay, yeah, there's like a flutter jump sequence. I honestly didn't know if I was gonna be able to like land on anything on the ground. I actually thought I was just gonna keep falling. Like that was like a do or die flower. Whoa! That's making me run fast. I like the music change too. Oh, this is a great secret final level. Or final secret level. I expected that. I just didn't know exactly what it would be, aside from like, it's probably going to be really tough, because the other ones are pretty tough, and this is the last one. And then I did think it was a boss rush, potentially, but this is pretty similar, where it's just like one giant final fort/castle. Okay, so we're basically doing Yoshi's Island version of Oh, that's how they get loaded in. We're basically doing a Yoshi's Island version of a minecart level from Donkey Kong Country. Oh, I like how if you ground pound, you can follow them. Because last time they didn't spawn down here. Okay, so it's like yeah, DKC minecart time. Don't jump. Yeah, I gotta remind myself to not do that. That's funny. Ground pound right into the warp pipe. That was pretty fun. I've never done a ground pound that high going into a warp pipe. Okay, do not jump. I love sucker punches like that. Oh man, it's like a giant trust exercise. It's true, and my instincts are to jump when I see those death urchins. Or yeah, just my like initial reaction. Like my plan A is to kind of jump and like flutter jump kite a bit like this, where you stay back a little bit and you assess kind of the spacing. It's kind of like playing fighting games. You know, the neutral, you're kind of assessing space and the risk reward when you initiate. Okay, so this is like, I wonder if it's an entire trust exercise where you just don't jump at all. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, there. Well, there it is. There's the platform. Okay. Really? Okay. Wow, that trust exercise is so funny. I love this music with the background here. There you go. Okay. So that should be it. We are going to, let's check out the alternate doors in Bowser's Castle. So we need to go to door 1, 3, and 4. And then we'll end with Powerful Mario. And I guess we'll take a look. I don't know if the title screen's any different other than a star being added, but we'll take a look at that. And those are kind of the end goals here. So I've had so much fun playing this. I mean, as expected. It's just, you know, greatest game ever made. And now that I've played all the levels 100%, what a whole new dynamic to the game. Amazing, like, replayability. So we have to actually kind of luck out here with our chances. If we get 2, we just go back, yeah. You can save state, but I'm not a save state guy in any game. Even when, like, save states became, quote, official with, like, Switch and SNES mini stuff here, I don't do it. I want to, like, beat the game as it was made. So we're going to continue that. It's just kind of fun doing the helicopter part here. I think 1 is tap the golden. No, it's 4. I was like, it's either 1 or 4. My mind actually kept thinking 4, but then I was like, wait, is it 1? Tap the golden is 4. This is a fun puzzle. I remember how tight the jump is. It's definitely not easy. And yeah, the illusion is you don't know if at first you won't know if a crouch is gonna work or not. And we're not gonna obviously 100% this part because we already did 100%, but it is interesting to see where they put like the flowers and stuff. Oh, that chain is as I say, the chain is stopping Yoshi from moving. That's a good difficulty there. I mean, this is the last castle in the game. It is fun, like I said, taking note of where like really taking note now where the red coins and flowers are in each room. Because definitely, I know that, yeah, the tap the golden boss fight, there's gonna be a lot of red coins and a few flowers as you like run from him. I love the tight jumps here. I remember this. All about timing, super fun. You can tell the designers had fun making difficult stuff like this. Or like difficult. Just like putting difficult like platforming challenges for the last level in the game. Oh, right. Yeah, they had a lot of fun with these challenges. Okay. So that's 1. Now we just need 3 and 4. think they're a bit forgiving from what I remember. Yeah, you can skip like one helicopter refresh bubble on average. Oh yeah, I got them all mixed up. Yeah, 4 is the moving platform gusty room. 3 is Tap Tap the Golden. Yeah, that's right. 4's pretty short. So fascinating. The different type of difficulties. I mean, I think they made 4 because at the end 4 gives you 1-ups. I think they made 4 like it still has like a form of challenge with the gusties, but compared to the other 3, it's kind of like they want to be a little bit easier. I think it's like them being like, oh, you hit 4, nice. All right, watch out for the gusties, and then here's some 1-ups if you want to get them. Well, if you can. You know, the fly guys could fly away. Okay. So we're just gonna, I guess we have a 25% shot in each time we go back. But like I said, I don't mind doing this. This is so much fun, and yeah, it's really bittersweet because we're done. We're just looking at the last path, and then I'll do a send-off with the, I'll do one more run of the Powerful Infant stage, the like, poster level for it. And then, we'll just take a look at the title screen, and that'll be it. I love Kamek's sound effects. I brought this up. I love that Kamek's horn in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the sound he makes in this game. His signature, like, sound, his talking sound. That's another thing about the Mario movie. They do a lot of Yoshi's Island stuff already in the movie, and Yoshi's at the end credits. And yeah, Kamek's just flat out in there, which is really cool. And Michael Key Richardson, Kamek's actor, who also played Captain Gantu and Lilo and Stitch, as expected, did a phenomenal job as Kamek. I was really happy to see that he got that part. Okay. Yeah, so that's, I forgot. They give you, like, basically all the red coins before the Kamek fight, the second Kamek fight here. And then this is the this is the final talking box in the game. Look what he says. Thanks for the heads up. Here we go. So much fun. They put so many boss fights in this final castle. To the point that Tap Tap the Golden, Kamek twice, like a turquoise Silvo the Slime, 2 Bowser fights. So Yoshi, well, I don't know which door is considered canon. Let's just say Yoshi goes through all of them. Green Yoshi. So that's 6 boss fights right here. So he actually ends up fighting more bosses that... No, him and Indigo Yoshi are tied because they put... Hold on, remember, no, Silver the Slime's in Tap Tap the Red Noses castle. Yeah, default Yoshi fights more bosses than Indigo Yoshi. And I didn't realize that till these streams. I love this so much though. As a kid, it just blew my mind because we just fought someone similar to him as the last fort. And again, I just never felt like it was the, quote, designers, like, oh, they're reusing assets. Like, I didn't feel like that, which that's not a bad thing. You know, obviously some designers reuse assets out of laziness, but this was out of, like, they were having fun, it saves on memory, and as a kid, it was like, whoa, this tap-tap fight, and this guy's golden, you know? You know, both are really fun fights. Also, I'm just realizing, I know it plays the boss fight music, so it plays the castle boss fight music here. And then with Tap Tap, the red nose, it's, the fort boss music. I like the kind of Mario and Luigi Shy Guys here. Yeah, they just reward you with a bunch of red coins, that's funny. I think, from what I remember, if you knock Tap Tap the Golden off a cliff, he just falls back down from the sky. It's really funny. Alright. Alright, one last thing. Where's the, here we go. We're doing the poster powerful infant level. So yeah, me and Hero on the community Discord today, we're talking about the powerful infant form because he was checking out the J-Spot list, the playlist that J-Spot commissioned me for. And I was like, well, this might be my last stream tonight for Yoshi's Island. So let me just go to the power, like, basically the poster powerful infant stage, just for fun. This is like our last bout here. Whoa, that's interesting. If you freeze a Koopa while they're in their boxer shorts, there's like a little bit of the sprite that's still yellow and not like frozen. Wow, another thing I didn't know until now. I've learned so much about this game doing the 100% run. It's been so much fun. Again, it's bittersweet. I could play this game for the rest of my life, and I'll be playing it again in the future for sure. I do want to play through Yoshi's Island DS. I have it on the Wii U, and the DS. there's definitely, like, you know, Saturday is variety game day, and it's been fun playing a lot of these single-player games. And yeah, 30 years of this game was so much fun. Yeah, this power-up's so great. And I've talked about it a lot, but I love that this was the first time Koji Kondo used the counter melody for the Starman theme. You know, it's, and then you hear that in with the power-ups in Mario 64, specifically Wing and Vanish, though I do think part of the new harmony is in the Metal Cap theme too. What's up, Cameron? You caught me at the very end. Yeah, this was the first game to have the new harmony for the Starman theme. You don't hear it in every Starman theme after, but talk about an influence. Like, yeah, they made Mario 64, like, what, 2 years after this game came out? Or they were basically working on Mario 64, I think, as this game was being finished. So Koji Kondo's like, hey, I just wrote a new version of the Starman theme. Let's carry that over, which is really cool. And Yoshi makes his sound from technically Mario World, but they definitely had his sound file fresh in the sound bank from this game when you meet him at the top of the castle. And then I mentioned how in Mario 64 DS, Yoshi plays like he was taken straight out of this game. Like, you eat fire, he spits fire. You eat an egg, and then he can throw... Or you eat an enemy, turns most of them into eggs, can throw the eggs, he's got his flutter jump. I love 64 DS, and I wish they'd make another game like it. Like, do, like, some witty way where you could quick switch between the characters, and then add DK in there. If you got a 3D game, and it's Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, DK, Wario, those are, like, the 5... playable protagonist pillars. Peach is getting there. Toad, he's getting there too. Yo, Peach is like 2 games now. Toad's got like 2 Captain Toad games. Bowser's got 1 game. Okay, it got remade. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Mario Brothers, like Mario, 3D Mario games, Luigi's Mansion series, Yoshi's Island, Wario Land, Donkey Kong Country. I see so much potential. I was just talking about the Mario movie and how they bring together so much of like Mario, DK, a little bit of Luigi's Mansion, some Yoshi's Island. Not really anything Wario related, but I think we're gonna have some Wario stuff in the sequel. Anyway, let's check out the title screen, see what might have changed. Oh, cool. Yeah, 6 stars. That's really cool. So, I mean, that's it. Best game ever made. And my parents showed me this game, specifically my mom. Happy birthday to her. We're celebrating that tomorrow. You know, I love all my parents, my family, my friends, and I'm sure you see why I main Yoshi in every Smash Bros. Game. This game has played such a big part of my life. And then Donkey Kong games, too. Yeah, I did. Yeah, the past 5 weeks, I've done 100%. I've never done 100% before. Here, I'll show you. I guess technically you have to manually show World 6. It doesn't do it automatically for this one. So we'll do that, and then... Yeah. But real quick, yeah, Michael Richardson. Hold on, I think it. Let me get the. So, let me, because we've seen a lot of Kamek in these playthroughs. Obviously, he's like the main antagonist. So, yeah, I said Kevin Michael Richardson. I was like, hold on, I'm getting a name mixed up here. Kevin Michael Richardson played Kamek in the Mario movie. That dude's an amazing actor, and I feel so bad that they took Gantu out of the remake of Lilo and Stitch. Now, some people joke that, you know, it's like you don't want to be involved in that remake because it's pretty not that good. But they took out Gantu. But I'm happy that he's in the Mario movie. Hopefully, Disney understands how important Gantu is to Lilo and Stitch. I think they're gonna make a sequel because it makes a lot of money. We'll see what they do though. There's a lot of sequel stuff in Lilo and Stitch. It's a pretty good series, so hopefully they can fix a lot of things. How hard were the bonus levels? Have you seen them before? Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. This felt like DLC. I've never played any of these. This is my favorite video game. I never was able to 100% until these streams. And they're hard, but like really good type of like challenging hard. Let me just briefly show you each one. I'm gonna briefly show you like a quick rundown. Watch this. They look. Poochie ain't stupid, and it plays castle music, and there's lava falls. Okay, so this was the only level I had spoiled a little bit going into this playthrough because I saw a GIF of Poochie, and he was in front of lava falls, and I'm like, "Where's that?" I love the GIF, but I was like, "Where is that?" I was like, "I've never seen Poochie in front of lava falls," and here you go. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's do each one real quick. I'll just do a quick rundown. Because they just shuffle up expectations in the best way possible. Hit that switch. Here we go. Okay, so this is actually a Kaizo Mario level before Kaizo Mario was a thing. So this is all about specific switch timing. In fact, I just messed up. You're supposed to hit that on the way back. I think you get a little bit of leeway, actually. A little bit. But if you want 100%, you don't. Because you gotta get that flower. You better throw an egg. You better have an egg. Yeah. And you're done. Yeah, if you miss that switch, you're done. Alright, let's keep going through. More monkey madness. Oh my gosh. These are all just so much fun. I'm so glad I didn't know anything about these growing up. Yeah, okay, so yeah, and I did 100% for the bonus levels too. It was fun. I liked the challenge. It was playing a game in a whole new dynamic, with a whole new dynamic. Do you remember the Poochie one? Yeah, it's fun. Gosh, what an amazing game. So this is basically Yukiki shenanigans. Also, by the way, now that we're like here, man, Mario 64 took a lot of things from Yoshi's Island. I mean, it was the latest game in the series, you know, it's called Super Mario World 2, but Yukikis are from this game. Like the Yukikis on Big Tall Mountain that steal your hat, or you have to rescue, like, they come from this game originally. Oh, they did it. And then, oh, you know what else is a Yoshi's Island thing? Koopa Troopas in their boxer shorts. and Fly Guys, and the big cheap that instant kills you. That's from this game. Man, they took a lot from this game for Mario 64. Well, no wonder. Everyone says Mario 64 is one of the best games ever made. I agree. Okay, this... Redo that intro. Watch this. Okay. You want to talk about being thrown off? Here's World 4 secret level. Right? So let's read the description again, the title. The Impossible Maze. And then you hear the pre-boss fight music. And this is the whole overworld theme, is the pre-boss fight theme. And I love it. They never have used the pre-boss fight music outside of a boss fight. And now they're using it for this, like, kind of Metroid-esque lower level dungeon. And then, oh, there's Duskull. I didn't even know this was a Mario Universe enemy. Until, what was it, just a while back on these streams? So oh, wait, oh, you're right. There is a giant cheat sheet in Mario 3. Well, you know what Jonah pointed out? We were talking about the new Harmony and the Starman theme in this game. One other thing this game does is it sets the standard for chain chomps being bigger. Because in Mario 3, they're small, and that was the default. But then, because of this game, chain chomps are big on average, and the little ones are hardly in the game. In fact, small detour. Look at this. Look, this is above and beyond. Watch this. I love this dungeon. I love this fort, right? This room on the left has nothing to do with 100%. This room on the left has nothing to do with getting to the boss. In fact, this room has no secret door. You just go to this room on the left, and I guess they hired a security guard. Here you go. Good job, sir. I think the designers were just like, hey, wait, weren't chain chomps a lot smaller in Mario 3? So here we go. Here's a Mario 3 chain chomp. And again, there's no flower in here. There's no red coin. No secret door. They just put this here. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so Kamek's Revenge. I played this last week. So the Kamek fight, the first Kamek fight in the final level, they just use that as like the entire like level mechanic. And not just that, but you got these baseball guys throwing eggs at you and stuff. And you know, like I was talking to you, Cameron, you have like you can 100% all these levels. It was a fun challenge. See, I like stuff like this where the reward, the post-game award, is like pretty challenging levels. You're not required to ever do this, but I like that it feels like DLC, but it's in the game. Oh yeah, and then they combine a skiing segment with Kamek chasing you down, and it's really cool. I love Baby Mario's outfit. Like, he does an outfit swap here. Oh, and you have to time stuff like this pretty well to get all the flowers. If you don't, then you gotta redo this part. And yeah, you can just, like, fall in the trench. Excuse me. Okay, gotcha. Alright, we got one more, and then I want to do one last thing. So I just did this today. So instead of a final Majora's Mask like boss rush or mid-boss rush, it's like a castle rush. And they take crazy elements and put it into like, it's like the secret castle, the secret fort / castle. And you're like the night sky background is cool. There's some music swapping later. And once again, you can go for 100%. It definitely felt like a final secret level. Yeah, these guys are back. But yeah, speaking of, yeah, we're playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask next week. That should be fun. Looking forward to that. I don't know when they're gonna add enemy randomizers, but I'm super patient, and there's just so much stuff that I've been having fun with those runs anyway. No rush on that, designers. Yeah. Oh, you gotta wait for him to spit Shy Guys up. Oh, you didn't do them all, gotcha. Well, it's cool that you played a lot of it. What a good game. You know what's crazy? It took until Brawl for Yoshi to have a Yoshi's Island stage. In fact, Yoshi didn't have any Yoshi's Island music in 64 or Melee. I'm not mad about that. I know Yoshi's Story was like his big game at the time when 64 came out. And you know what? A big thing though I will say is Yoshi's design is in Melee is specifically from the intro cutscene in this game. But it is interesting to think about that it took until Brawl to get a Yoshi's Island stage and like music. But again, it doesn't hurt Melee or 64. Okay, so last thing I want to do before we end. Okay, I talked about this last week, and I'm going to talk about it in the future. First off, World 6 is amazing in terms of the aesthetic change. You know, a lot of the undead stuff. There's basically no overworld athletic music. It's all the cave theme and castle and fort themes, which is cool for the aesthetic. Speaking of, World 6-7 is like a masterpiece. Like, this whole game is a masterpiece, but this very specific thing, I'll just let it speak for itself, like this intro here, and then I'll talk about it. So you're at the second to last level, playing this for the first time. Here we go. Keep moving. My kid brain, hearing the castle fort music, and we're not at a castle and fort, and then I see these tall trees in the background, and you recognize that if you fall down, you die, and you're like, dang, how tall are these trees? And then as you're doing this, you're like, whoa, these platforms are back, that's cool. Wait, what was the name of the level again? I just remember my mom screaming at times. Oh my gosh, this level, like, every level in this game is great. I just, like, the fact that the designers are like, hey, let's really throw some players off in the second to last level. Let's basically play the castle theme a level before they get to the final castle as well. And then, you know, we were talking about chain chomps, and this is the game that, like, basically increased the average size of a chain chomp that we know. Okay, well, that is it. Thank you for tuning in. Greatest game of all time. I'll be back tomorrow for TF2 and Marvel Rivals. Again, happy birthday, Mom. We're celebrating tomorrow. She is the one that introduced me to this game, so I talk about often how much my mom and dad played a lot of games growing up. Definitely played a lot of influence. They both like Yoshi and DK in general, so yeah, talk about influence. So thank you guys for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Happy 30th anniversary to Yoshi's Island. Adios.